Gamers, gals, non-binary pals, we got a card reveal for the Infinite Forbidden. If there's one thing that this set name is telling us is that every card in this set is gonna get forbidden. But first, this video is brought to you guys by Imperium Duelist. Imperium makes some of the best Yu-Gi-Oh accessories and apparel, full stop. In fact, I religiously used their cherubim oversleeves for over a year at one point. And speaking of accessories, we've come together to create the hoppin' around playmat. You're all my little drama frogs, and I wanted to create a piece of art that is actually some form of usable merch. It comes in two colors, monochrome and hot pink, which is my favorite color by the way, and I am in love with how they turned out, both the single and two-player variants. Pick up a playmat, be sure to use my code Stevie10 on all products for their site for a 10% off discount, and be sure to tag us when yours comes in. We got Molchummy Perulia. I'm not Jotaro. I don't have a PhD in marine biology. Someone in the comments, please explain this name to me. Level 4, Water Aqua Effect Monster. You can only activate effects other Molchummy monsters during the turn you activate this card's effect. Wait, what? So first of all, this is going to be part of an archetype, and it automatically locks you into one monster effect. So you can't go like Molchummy and then Ash Blossom someone. You can't like Ash Blossom and then Molchummy someone, or blah 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 blah. This card already has a massive restriction. If you control no cards, quick effect, you can discard this card, apply these effects for the rest of this turn. Each time your opponent normal or special summons a monster from the hand, immediately draw one card. Now, what is your initial reaction to this on an emotional or physical level or a psychological level? Is it one of fear? Is it one of OMG, I have to Twitter complain about this, about MAXX? You already lost the reading test? How the fuck? You want activate? Oh, once. Oh, I'm just a dumbass. Fuck me, I guess. Adam, make that funny in the edit. And during the end phase, if you have more cards in your hand than the number of cards your opponent controls, plus 6, shuffle random cards from your hand into the deck equal to the difference. So let's say I draw like 3 cards and I have 7 cards after activating Jellyfish, and my opponent like sets 1. I don't have to discard any cards, but if they don't set anything, then I have to shuffle a random card in. Oh, you can also activate Imperm. Oh my god, I really did fuck up this reading test. Anyways, all you need to know is that this card is basically just MAXX. It's new MAXX, chat. Oh my god, the Yu-Gi-Oh metagame is over. Start writing your Twitter essay longers. Start writing your twit longers about why Yu-Gi-Oh is a failing game and why I'm actually gonna sell all my cards and quit the game, even though all you motherfuckers are secretly just gonna keep playing this game and just do nothing but complain about it on Twitter. I think this card is so cool. I love new Yu-Gi-Oh card design. I think that for a very, very long time, that Yu-Gi-Oh card design was very, very safe. You got a bunch of cards that were either very, very safe or very, very pushed. Think of like Sword Soul as an archetype. Like Sword Soul is a archetype that came out like within like 1 or 2 years ago. This is such a normal ass archetype. There's like nothing interesting this deck does. But as of late, Konami has just been like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just start printing the most broken cards of all time. Let's just start doing the most silly archetypes ever imagined. Think of like all the Tenpai stuff being like a 1-card OTK. Think of like this card just being basically pseudo MAXX. Is this card even good? Probably not. But I think it's just extremely funny how we are slowly but surely entering this era of just cards being extremely pushed and broken. Okay, against Tenpai, you'll draw 2 to 3 cards max, which is still problematic. But yeah, against Tenpai, you're drawing like 2 cards. Wicked, bro. Like, have you read Phantasme? The card already does that. And against Tenpai, it doesn't even really do it. It's decent at best with people only playing board breakers. Yeah, like this card is only really good if you're playing board breakers. If you're not playing board breakers and you're trying to draw into like hand traps or engine and thinking like, oh wow, this is gonna be really, really poggers. A little bit of a spoiler alert. It's not that good. It's not really that good at quote unquote sculpting a hand. Phantasme and like obviously the original MAXX are infinitely better, as well as the fact this card only applies from summoning from the hand. Like, there are a lot of decks that don't really special from the hand. Like Fire King Snake Eye, that deck specials like twice from the hand. Tenpai specials like twice from the hand. Tier Limit has like 1 card that's special from the hand outside of like the dangers. This card doesn't even draw you that many cards relative to like MAXX, where if your opponent even like looked at their extra deck funny, like you got a card. The other Molchummies are gonna be busted? I sure hope so. I hope so, because right now, this card isn't even that good. I think it's very, very funny and good card design. This is such like a cute card. Who cares? It's bad MAXX. And even if you consider like the normal summon, Sure, you trade a normal summon to give your opponent an upstart goblin. MAXX is not broken because it draws you like 1 or 2 or even 3 cards. Otherwise, Phantasme would be like the greatest card of all time. The reason why MAXX is broken is because it basically locks out your entire turn from summon. Oh shit. You only get Molchami if your opponent normal summons or specials from the hand. Phantasme only triggers 1 time with your opponent's link summon. With MAXX, if your opponent basically does anything in general at any point in the game, MAXX is going to be live, MAXX is going to be relevant, and MAXX can reach ceilings of power in terms of resource generation just incomparable to Phantasme and Molchami. Like a +2 at most when you're going second is so fine. It's so normal. That is just like so fair. Have you read Triple Tactics Talent? Have you read Triple Tactics Thrust? That shit is bananas. This is how you know a discussion thread is good. Muting this. Y'all too much. I don't have the picture on phone. Explain how a card at minimum that cycles for 1 into every single deck is terrible. It's not terrible. It's good. Are we just not allowed to have good cards anymore? Good cards are allowed to exist. That's like saying we needed every fucking card to be a fucking shitty vanilla monster, or every card needs to be tied to this intrinsically xenophobic archetype. Otherwise, this card game that we love is gonna be ruined forever. Spoiler alerts, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a dog shit card game that's designed and predicated on extremely broken combo games and combo support and whatever. Like literal yapping. I just don't get it why people don't want good cards. We are not allowed to have staples. Staples bad, heard, or... Yeah, exactly. Like, what's the difference between Triple Tactics Talent or Triple Tactics Thrust versus, like, Molchami? What's the difference between an archetype getting a Foolish Burial that also can, like, special summon something from the deck or search something from the deck versus this? Like, spoiler alerts, there's fucking nothing. Every card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Has to be inherently pushed in some capacity, just because that's the nature of this card game as we progress further. Like, you guys want to talk about, like, broken cards? Like, read Gargle Balls, like the Dusk Dragon. This card's a Foolish Burial. This card like specials from the extra deck. This card is completely generic. You guys want to talk about like broken cards? Have you read SP Little Knight, where this card is just infinite removal? It's like the quick play spell from yesterday. Who cares if it's good? Remember, a card like Evenly Match is fair because it's only a go second card. Yeah, exactly. A card like MAXX is so turbo broken because that shit is always going to be live going first or second, like I mentioned earlier. A card that has that level of flexibility, that is when a card becomes extremely broken, extremely pushed. That's why cards like Ash Blossom, Imper, MAXX, those cards are so iconically broken or powerful in their own way because those cards are never really dead. Those cards are usable on your turn, your opponent's turn, blah 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 blah. You get the point. Dusk Dragon generic, sure. That shit was fucking generic. That shit won a YCS, okay? I don't know if Joshua Schmidt was playing that in his list, but I know Jesse was. The cards like Evenly Matched, cards like Lightning Storm, cards like Cosmic Cyclone. Those cards are not exactly popping going first, you know what I mean? The more I read this, the more positive my opinion of it gets. Counts only summons from hand as it opens up counterplay. Not having cards on the board to activate it makes it a pure going second card. Have to put back cards at the end phase to let you sculpt your hand without too much gas. You can't even sculpt your hand. You can't even like put back cards perfectly like you can with Phantasme. It has to be random if you like overdraw. It's so fine. It's so good. This is like perfect card design. I love it. By the way, since it's a new archetype, it would be crazy if the archetype was just nerfed Shifter, nerfed Droll, nerfed MAXX. That'd be funny. Where's our nerfed Ash Blossom? Where's our nerfed Ghost Ogre? Nah, we hating on birds with this one. Look, man, the more cards that counter Fluandereeze, the fucking better. But anyways, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on Octopussy. Do you guys think it's going to be good? Do you guys think it's going to be bad? Or do you guys think it's going to be like the perfect going second staple? I really like going second staples. I like cards that promote going second strategies. I like cards that are inherently powerful, but they are restrictive in their own unique way, such as, again, Phantasme, Lightning Storm, Evenly Matched, and Octopussy. So let me know.